Welcome everybody, I am the YouTuber here. Sorry about that. We had to delete the live stream and do a tape recording of it. And we're going to do a selection show for NCAA Basketball 10. This is last year's tournament, so we're going to do last year, this year, and then this year's next year, and so on and so forth. So we're going to start in the West region. Number 1 seed is Kansas. Number 16 seed is Howard. So we're going to go in the H, get Howard. Alright, then number 8 seed is Arkansas. And the number 9 seed is Illinois. Did I say, who did I say? Did I say Illinois? I guess, why is Illinois? Okay, Idaho State, Idaho, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois State, Indiana. Okay, Illinois must be somewhere else. Let's see where they are and try to locate them to change it so I can change. There's Illinois. Need to get rid of that. Back to the West region. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. Next up is the 5th and 12th seed. So that is St. Mary's. Oops, wrong direction. Sorry, we're going to the S's. But I say St. Mary's. Alright, then the 12th seed is VCU. I think I saw VCU somewhere else. There they are. So I have to change that. Then go back to the West region to the 12th seed. And get VCU. Yep, VCU. Now we go on to the 6th seed. Or sorry, the 4th seed, excuse me. 4 and 13 will be the University of Connecticut. Which is listed in here is Connecticut. And then number 13 is Iona. Iona. And then the next one is the 6th seed, and that is TCU. Yep, I think I passed TCU. There's TCU, sorry. I passed TCU. And then the next seed is the 11th seed. And since there was not a play in our first four tournament team tournament back when the game came out, we have to select either Arizona State and Nevada, and we are going to go with Arizona State. So what I'm going to do here is set this controller down for just a minute here, where I can write in the my bracket I have on paper here, and write ASU or Arizona State, and then mark out Nevada. And so we'll do Arizona State there. Don't think there's another one for that half of the bracket, that quadrant of the bracket. No, there's not. Okay, so moving on to putting Arizona State in there, and then we'll move on to lickety split. So the 11th seed goes to Arizona State. We'll just, since we're close to the A's this way, we're going to go this way instead. I guess Arizona State somewhere else here. Oh, there's Arizona State. So we need to get them changed, and then back to the West region we go. Back to Baylor and go backwards. There is Arizona State. Now, our next one is the 3rd seed. That goes to Gonzaga. Gonzaga. So we're going to get Gonzaga. Gonzaga, whatever you want to say it. Oh, they must be somewhere else. There's Gonzaga. Pass them, and then the 14th seed. And here's the question that remains to be seen, because we have a little hold up here. The next team in the tournament from last year in real life was Grand Canyon University. Grand Canyon is not in the game. I know for a fact that it is not. So, I can replace it with any of these teams that I just come across in here. I could leave it as Cornell, or I can change it to the ones that have not been selected for it. I can put a team that was just one, away from being in, that was the first out. I could select Nevada here. Let's go with Nevada and put Nevada in here. We're going to try to get as many of these first four teams in here as possible, so that way that Nevada does not get left out. So Nevada still gets in just as a replacement for Grand Canyon. So there's Nevada. Let me get this fixed now. That way I don't forget. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to white out green. This is the 14th seed. You know what? Right. Nevada. Okay. That's it for the teams that need to be added. The rest of the teams are in here for this half of the bracket. We'll be doing this again for other teams in the game, but until then, I don't think we'll be any more for the remainder of the West region. So our next one is the 7th seed, and that goes to Northwestern. I wish there was an easier way of selecting the schools. What was the thing? Oh, Northwestern, yeah. Yeah, Northwestern. All right, the next one is Boise State. Is the next one in as the 10th seed. All right, so now we got the final two ones. We got 2 and 5. 2 seed goes to UCLA. Oops, wrong way. It'll be easier just going this way. That is a team to be in there. It's not. It is not here as a Fed team, but I just want to point out that is the next team in. Just want to point that out. Oh, guess not. Well, let's see here. Going back. It must be somewhere else in the tournament. Oh, there's UCLA. That's the wrong direction. Five. Oh, there's usually. All right, now the next one is UNC Asheville. Well, since we're close to the beginning of the alphabet, we'll just go backwards because it'll be the U's getting back to the U's. I'm looking for a UNC Asheville. We saw them there at UNC Asheville. All right, that is the West region. Now we move on to the Midwest region. Midwest region, the first one is Houston. Houston is the first one in. I think I passed Houston. There we go. Houston is the number one seed. No surprise there. And also, right now, they are a number one seed. Right now, I think. So they might be number one, back-to-back number one seed and back-to-back tournament here. So we'll find out. Alright, the next is number 16 seed, and that is not Morehead State, but Northern Kentucky. I'm trying to find Northern Kentucky to see if it's here, because I'm not seeing. There's Western Kentucky. So here's the ends. We have Notre Dame, Western State, Northern Iowa, Northern Illinois, Northern Colorado, Northern Arizona, Northeastern, North Texas, North Carolina A&T, Norfolk State, Nichols, Niagara University, New Orleans, New Mexico State, New Hampshire, Nebraska, NC State, Navy. That's it for the ends. So that poses a question. We do not have Northern Kentucky in the game. So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip over talking about right now. For now, the 8, 9, 5, 12, 4, 13, 6 seed. So we can talk about the 11th seed because that involves another playing game. That way we can determine who is the one that will play Iowa State and who is the one that will play Houston. So let's go with Mississippi State as the school play Iowa State, and then Pitt. Okay, so there you have. That's what we're gonna go with. So we'll go ahead and put Pitt now in the 16th seed. Yes, Pittsburgh. Oh, there's Pittsburgh. Never mind. Then that's why I couldn't find them. And then we are going to go ahead and go now with the 8th seed, which is Iowa. So it is a Big Ten team, just not that Big Ten team. There's Iowa. All right, next up is Auburn. All right, next up is Miami of Florida. It's easier to just go this way. There's Miami, Florida. Next up is the 12th seed, which is Drake University. All right, the number 4th seed goes to Indiana Hoosiers. The number 13 seed goes to Kent State. Number 16 goes to Iowa State. So it is a Big 12 team. You know, West Virginia was not a Big 12 team at the time the game came out. They were when the tournament was happening, based off of the tournament. So Iowa State is going to play off. Iowa State in the same half of the bracket. Next up is Mississippi State at 11. Coming in at number 3 is Xavier. That will be the last one because that'll be the easiest. Oh, there's a that's why it wasn't in the list. Where I say they were coming in at? Oh, yeah, 3. Alrighty. At number 14 is Kennesaw State. I don't think Kennesaw State is in the game. Alright, so we're going to go. Okay, so it looks like. And then we'll say any other than the K's in the rest of the tournament. That was what, 14? Kennesaw State is not in there, so here's the problem. We can pick up one of the remaining first four, which is Texas Southern, FDU, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, or Southeast Missouri. But none of them are in the Midwest region. I guess that really doesn't matter. So we'll play one that's on at least that half of that bracket, and that's either Texas Southern or FDU, which is, I don't know what FDU is. Does anybody know what? I don't know. I'll have to Google that in a minute here. Well, we are going to go ahead and make our selection here, and we are going to go ahead and go with FDU is going to play in the place of Kennesaw State, which means Texas Southern will be playing Purdue on the other half of the bracket. What I don't know who FDU is. So we'll Google it. Then Google who FDU is, and then we'll move on. I don't think we have any more that we have to. FDU is Fairleigh Dickinson University. So, to find them, we're going to go backwards. There's Fairleigh Dickinson. Now we move on to number 7. Number 7 is Texas A&M. At number 10 is Penn State. At number 2 is Texas. Tennessee State, Texas State, Texas Arlington, Texas. Yes, Texas is listed somewhere else here in the tournament. Like, yes. Oh, there's Texas. I had to do that. Oh, 7 was Texas. Okay, it was 2 though. It's regular Texas. And number 15, Colgate. Alright, that concludes the Midwest and the Western region. Now we move on to the other half of the bracket, which is South and East region. We start with the East region. I don't think we're going to have to do any replacing. Let me make sure. And no, we will not have to replace any of the East region. We just had to determine whether it was fairly Dickinson University or Texas Southern. We chose Texas Southern instead. All right, so let's go with number 1 seed, which is Purdue. Making sure Purdue is there. Is Purdue. All right, now Texas Southern is the next one. That is 16th seed. All right, so what was I saying? Oh, Texas Southern. Yep, there's Texas Southern too. I passed them. All right, next one in line is Memphis at 8. All right, number 9 will be Florida Atlantic. All right, now number 5 will be Duke. And Duke is somewhere else then. Well, they're in the same bracket. They're just not a seed. They're a 5 seed. There's Duke. So it was Duke versus Texas Southern, Memphis versus Florida State. Duke versus ORU. ORU. Which is Oral Roberts University. ORU. Okay. Next up is Tennessee. Arizona S is at number 13, Louisiana. Louisiana Lafayette. Alright, Louisiana Lafayette or Louisiana, as they're now called. So, they dropped the Lafayette part. And they're still in Lafayette, Louisiana. Next is Kentucky. And also coming in at number 11, Providence. At number 3, Kansas State. At number 14, Montana State. Moving along, luckily split, luckily split, not split, luckily, lickety split. I think I passed it. There's Montana State. All right, now Michigan State is the next one. At number 10, USC. Alright, I'm back here. So that was the thing. Oh, USC. Number 10, USC. Yep. At number 2, Marquette. Oh, wrong direction. Oh, right direction. Not. I'm sorry. I'm going the wrong. I thought I was going the wrong direction. No, I was going the right direction. Oops. At number 15, and the final seed for this region, Vermont. And now that is it for the East region. Now to the South region and the final region of this tournament. The number 1 seed goes to, shockingly, Alabama. Know where I'm going on the where I was going. Sorry. What was I saying? Alabama? Yeah, Alabama. Sorry, I lost. All right, now we're to another and final. Play in game. Texas A&M Corpus Christi or Southeast Missouri State. We'll go ahead and go with Texas A&M Corpus Christi. As the 16th seed. And if we need to replace one more team, then we'll choose Southeast Missouri. I think we still have Texas and Corpus Christi in the game. Yeah, we know. Just gotta go back up to wrong direction. Where's Texas A&M Corpus Christi? It's been some technical difficulties here trying to find Texas A&M Corpus Christi. There's Texas Arlington. And they're in their Corpus Christi. Alright, let's go in the C's and see if they're in the C's. I knew Texas A&M was Corpus Christi is in here. I've played them before. They're in the same conference with ORU. I've never seen that. Alright, so we have Tennessee State, Tennessee Tech, Tennessee Martin, Texas State, Texas Arlington, Texas Tech, Texas Hill. I knew they were in the game. I didn't. I've seen it before because I remember seeing the wave. Or not wave, but their logo. Hey, here they're at. Nope. So why I can't find them? They're supposed to be in here. I'm having to go through it one by one and see why I can't find them. I had stretch. They're Southeastern Missouri State. We know they're testing at Corpus Christi, and we played them before. I've seen their logo. Oh, A&M Corpus Christi. There we are. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Well, that was a. I knew they were in the game. All right, now Maryland. Sorry that took so long, but whew. At least we were in the M's that helped move things along faster. West Virginia. Oops. Sorry, I had the wrong thing. Next up is San Diego State. There's San Diego State. Next up is Charleston. Oh, College of Charleston. There we go. Next up, and number 4, Virginia. Number 13 is Furman. Oops. At number 6 is Creighton. Number 11, NC State. At 3, Baylor. At number 14, UC Santa Barbara. UCB. Did I say 14? Yep, 14. At number 7, Missouri. At number 10, Utah State. At number 2, Arizona. At number 15, and the final seed in this entire thing is Princeton. And that is the 64 teams in it, including some of the teams. The only one we did not fit in there was Southeast Missouri State. They did not make it in because they were part of the first four, and so they had to make way for Texas A&M Corpus Christi instead. So, Carson, when is this tournament going to begin? And that's how we'll be controlling every. I'll have to select every single team here and get that done. This is the quickest and easiest. Make sure we got every team selected here. Just gotta double check, make sure that every team is selected. I'm gonna go through it multiple times, just double checking. Yep. All right. Well, advance now that we've selected every single team here. Alright, so there it is. Everything from the South region, East, West, and Midwest. Our first game is going to be San Diego State and Charleston, which is in the South region. So here asking who I will control, San Diego State or College of Charleston or Charleston. San Diego State. But that won't start today. That will not be starting now. That will start on the 26th. 26th, we're going to have an entire week of baseball. Then will be the show 24, and then we'll start this on the 26th, and we will play one game a day with baseball. So it'll be it will overlap with baseball. It just will be one baseball, one baseball, one basketball, and then on Thursday it'll be still same week from this upcoming 2 weeks from this upcoming Thursday. Excuse me. So not this coming Thursday, not the next Thursday after Thursday, which is the 28th. There'll be baseball and basketball on the channel. So, but we'll have baseball only next week, Tuesday through Monday. So the 19th through 25th to make it a whole week of just baseball. Since the game didn't come out until Tuesday, we had to make it that way. So, again, that is our next game, which is San Diego State and College of Charleston. Basically, Charleston. And there's look at the South bracket. So the South bracket goes like this. I have the bracket here. Alabama versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Maryland versus West Virginia. San Diego State versus Charleston. Furman versus or Virginia versus Furman. Creighton versus NC State. Baylor versus UC Santa Barbara. Missouri versus Utah State. And Arizona Missouri versus Utah State, and then Arizona versus Princeton. That's the South region. I don't have it up on the screen right now, but the East region goes like this: Purdue versus Texas Southern, Mississippi, Memphis versus Florida Atlantic, Duke versus ORU, Tennessee versus Louisiana, Kentucky versus Providence, Kansas State versus Montana State, Michigan State versus USC, Marquette versus Vermont, and on the Midwest region we have Houston versus Pitt, Iowa versus Auburn, Miami versus Drake, Indiana versus Kent State, Iowa State versus Mississippi State, Xavier versus Fairleigh Dickinson University, Texas A&M versus Penn State, and Texas versus Colgate. And then the final bracket is the West region, which is Kansas versus Howard, Arkansas versus Illinois, St. Mary's versus VCU, Connecticut versus Iona, TCU versus Arizona State, Gonzaga versus Nevada, Northwestern versus Boise State, NCAA and UNC Asheville. It may not be in that order. It will be a random order depending upon what order they have put the games in. But one game per day starting on the 26th of March. So it's a little bit later than the actual March Madness, which starts the 19th. But that's because of baseball. It'll be the show coming out on that day of March Madness. I will have a game every game will be live streamed for this. So, and they'll do it until next time. This has been YouTuber sign off. Until next time, keep on YouTube, everybody.